What's up, everybody, and welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Well, here we are 48 hours post Sean Ray Classic, and you guys have seen the video, or I'm putting up two videos at a time today. One was filmed yesterday at the Towson Mall, which is hard for me to talk because of all the people around us, and I just didn't want to yell about some of the things that I want to talk about, so I put up a brief video. Me and Carrie shot a brief video, excuse me, in the mall. And this is kind of the follow-up to that. I've gotten some questions about the Sean Ray Classic that I figure I'll answer because, you know, maybe other people want to know the answers to these questions. One of them was, how did I actually injure my back in the first place? Because I do have a back injury. I have 3 injuries that I worked around for this contest prep. A back injury, which was a pinched nerve and my hip was out of place, that I actually did doing barbell rows. I think I was using 365 for barbell rows for sets of like 7 to 10 to failure. And after you hit failure, obviously your form starts to go. So after your form went, I stopped, picked it up, and took a couple steps to put it back in the rack. I should have just dropped it on the floor. The second step, my back popped out of place. And from then, I couldn't even barely stand, sit, lay down. I couldn't do anything. It took me 2 days to get the appointment at the chiropractor to have him put me back together so I could get back to training again. So that was probably the biggest injury that I had to train around for this season. And I threw it out again last week, giving Bruno a bath. He slipped getting out of the tub, and I reached to grab him real fast, and when I did, not even thinking, it popped again. So I didn't even know if I'd be able to actually lock into my poses, which some of them were actually hard to lock into. I was in a lot of pain on stage, which I don't know if you can tell or not. But that was the main injury. The other one I have a video about was actually a pec tear that occurred that I didn't know I had because I was bulked up, and now my left pec, you can actually see the defect in the bottom of the pec. So I have another video, I'll put that up. I filmed it before. So these videos too, some of them are not in a row. I filmed them and kind of hang on to them so that I have one to put up every day for you guys. So you guys have consistent new videos. Don't have to wait once a week or once a month or whatever to have something new to watch. So, and the other one was a knee injury. Now the knee thing actually got messed up by one of my story times. I was kneeing that guy in the face over and over again, and I caused some kind of soft tissue damage in there that has never healed properly. So it's very hard for me to even leg press, leg extension, I mean, you name it, it's hard to do. So a lot of people knock my legs, and I'm like, I can't squat because of my back. I can't really do leg presses the way I need to. There's not much I can do right now to get my legs up. At 37, I hope that I can heal and be able to do that, but the bottom line is I have these injuries that are stopping me from doing things that I know I would be better, but right now I'm the best that I could possibly be. So the music I picked, Rihanna's Love the Way You Lie Part 2. I love the song, and I'm not a mass monster. I can't come out to the AC/DC like dan, 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 dan. And, you know, it doesn't work for my physique. On top of that, I put a lot of emotion into my posing, and I was actually told by Sean Ray. It's an interesting story, true story. Carrie and I go to the Cheesecake Factory after the show Saturday night. The elevator opens up, and Sean's standing there. So we get in the elevator, and he says, "How do you feel? Are you happy we went through with it?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't mind losing to people that, should beat me, and they should have beat me. I'm fine with the place that I got." And he said, "Your routine was great." He said, "It's really, you hit the poses well." He goes, "And you can tell that you really care about the routine." And that's something that has been missing in bodybuilding for a long time. People come out there and they do like a guest posting to like heavy metal music, he said, and it's a lost art, and I can appreciate the fact of what you did. It was a great routine. So it's hearing that from him, because he's one of the guys that, him, Francis Benfato, Bob Harris, those are the guys that I looked up to and learned how to pose. I learned how to twist into their poses, how their transitions were, how their flowingness was in a routine. So hearing him say that was hands down one of the biggest compliments I've ever got in my life. And some people are asking, what's next? I don't know what's next. What's next is to go ahead and try to heal these injuries and see where I stand there. Still going to do the anabolic rebound, which I'm doing. I think I'm up to, last night I was 199.6, so I'm almost back to 200 pounds again. And as you can see again, I'm staying pretty hard and pretty dry, even though I'm 200 pounds. Let me shut this message off on the phone. And I'll continue with that this way. In a few days we're going to visit my parents and my brother up in Rhode Island. You guys know my dad has been ill. My brother got married not this past weekend, the weekend before, so I have a new sister-in-law that I'm going to visit. I will try to train, I'm going to go ahead and train while I'm up there at my old gym World Gym, Seekonk, Massachusetts, which Carrie and I both love training at. It's a very, very cool gym. And as far as the show goes, that was an awesome show. It was an awesome production. It was a great time. I'm very happy that I went in and did the show instead of sitting it out, which, you know, I want to say thank you guys for the support when I decided to go, when I decided I wasn't going to go. Nobody really busted my balls either way, and that, you know, that's cool. It means that you guys respect me and what I do. And I was very happy to be able to say, in 48 hours, I'm going to produce a physique, again, that is stage worthy. And even after eating all the junk and being off my diet and not training and not doing cardio and all this stuff, I'm going to turn it all around in 48 hours and get my ass on stage and produce a better physique than I did the weekend before. The judge just came up to me. Again, whatever you did, your physique looked better this week, better this week. Better, everybody was saying better this week. They liked the fuller look on me a lot better. And, you know, Carrie had actually talked to one of the judges, or test judge or something like that from last week, and she said, all the judges were talking about my conditioning, saying he's so hard, he's so dry, you know, he looks great. And they thought that my conditioning had even improved for the night show, that I was fuller and harder for the night show, which was a goal. I'm always constantly trying to tweak things and make it a little better. But the bottom line is it's bodybuilding. Bodybuilding has to do with size. It's not natural bodybuilding, which has to do with sucking yourself down to look like a skeleton and the most shredded guy wins. In the sport of bodybuilding, in the NPC and the IFBB, and the IFBB is the Olympia, which is where, you know, pro bodybuilding started. That's the best in the world. So that's the pinnacle of bodybuilding, no matter where you are. The rules dictate that you have to have a balanced physique. And that's what I've always tried to accomplish. Balance. Size, symmetry, shape, muscularity, and posing all into one, the way it used to be, the way it was when I started, the way I feel it still should be. Not just mass at all costs, not guest posing, walking around the stage hitting a few most musculars, and definitely not making yourself look like a bloated alien in order to win, but you still have to be big. And I just didn't have the size this weekend, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. It's the story of my life. I've never been actually big enough, and I do come in big enough, I'm not hard enough. So it's a balancing act, and it's fine. I'm totally cool with it. So thank you guys for the support. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye on the post-anabolic rebound. And while we're in Rhode Island, I'm going to film some stuff too, because I think it's important to not just have the bodybuilding videos up where people are learning about being a bodybuilder, but you're going to be a better bodybuilder if you're a better person. And seeing some of the inside things of my life and how I handle things may actually help you handle some things in your life and kind of make you a better person at the same time and make better decisions that you might not have made before. And that's why I think it's important to see these other aspects of my life, to see that bodybuilding is one aspect, but these other aspects are very important. But these other aspects actually make me a better athlete and a better bodybuilder too. BiosTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. I know you guys have been missing the pointing. I'm Bios3 and I approve this message. And last night was Taco Bell, so this is a Taco Bell bicep. And we're out.